Downtown Youngstown's Metropolitan Building was all lit up tonight for the first time ever. Over the Edge, the company that rappels down buildings for charities, did it at night. The proceeds go to the Beatitude House. 11 people, including 2 of the Ursuline sisters who run the Beatitude House, took part. Well, it's 18 stories from the top of the Metropolitan Building to West Federal Street, and tomorrow in daylight, people who raised $1,000 can go down that by rope. Earlier today, I tried it myself. I took that first step over the edge.
All right, we're just going to right foot in, left foot in, and pull it up like a pair of pants.
The preparation started with a body harness. Everything was tightened and tested, including the pulleys that would support me down the 18 stories.
How safe is it?
Oh, it's very safe. We have a lot of safety measures built into what we do. We run this as just like an industrial site. It's not a recreational activity, even though it's fun.
Okay, and then sit down in the harness. Again, yep, there we go.
There was a 10-minute lesson, and then it was off to the elevator for the ride to the roof.
The harness felt okay?
Yes.
So it wasn't like too loose?
A camera was attached to my helmet. This was the view from up top. They say the first step is the hardest, and they were right.
Go? Okay.
Then I began my descent.
Don't worry about spinning.
Nope, spinning's totally fine.
The ropes are run through pulleys, and one of the pulleys has a lever that acts like a throttle.
I don't want to go too fast. Might as well enjoy the view and enjoy the ride.
I dropped slowly, seeing office furniture in the windows as I passed along the way. It wasn't long into the rappel that I realized it was physically exerting.
It does put a little pressure on my hips. Ran into the wall there just a little bit.
I was focused on doing it right. Don't screw up. All the time aware I was dangling off the side of a building on a rope. At one point, I swung around, away from the building. I found myself eye to eye with the top floors of Youngstown's tallest towers. I tried looking at the view, but was more concerned about the fall.
I can feel the rope coming through my right hand. I'm starting to burn it a little bit. I don't think I have too much more to go, though.
As I passed the Metropolitan Building sign, I knew I was almost there. 3 minutes and 43 seconds after I took that first step off the roof, I was back on solid ground.
Now, most of the rappelling will be done tomorrow. It does cost $1,000, with the money going to the Beatitude House, which does help women and girls dealing with poverty or who are homeless. And there still are openings for tomorrow's rappelling.